Ever.
Yes.
Rise.
And E/RH, please. Thank you. Mr. Chairman. In the Senate standing rules, there's nothing in regards to committees calling a roll call during congressional hearings. Wonderful. I think given precedence,
Precedence.
Correct.
I'm present.
No, we do not.
None for myself, no.
Doge, I'm gonna let you go first. I woke up exactly 10 minutes ago.
Test. Test.
Wolf. Understood.
No shot. Well, I guess this is now a one chair session.
Mr. Chairman,
Yeah, what's up?
given that I requested Mr. or not Secretary, Senator Nine to recuse himself from the chair, and I do not feel that this committee will be able to adequately oversee the Homeland Security as they have been tasked to do. I will invite, pending or given your approval, Mr. Nine back to the committee to ask questions. Given he doesn't ask any questions based on the information that he has learned from documents and things that he has received, and he's aware of what I'm talking about in the letter that I had sent him. So if that is
Okay.
something that he wants to do and something that you will allow him to do,
Senator Nine.
Yeah.
Will you agree to come sit on the committee as well, or
Yeah, I can agree.
okay, please do so.
Thank you.
Okay, seeing as I need to record. Awesome.
I've been recording.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
Yes, may I request the floor?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, I'll be doing the same thing that Dojo's gonna do, so Hyper then Aqua. Hyper, first question. During the inauguration planning, how do I say this? Are you able to speak on who exactly was the PPO at the time?
All of the documents that contain that information are currently classified from the NSA. So
Nice.
at this time, I cannot disclose that.
All right. And during the planning of the inauguration training, I guess during the inauguration trainings, was there any part during the end, like evacuation, after the exit, where you just have someone cuff the VIP in front of a door at all?
No, that was not expressly done in the training.
All right. And I heard, I believe, from Secretary of HLS Crip that there was several malfunctions during the inauguration, the actual inauguration. Is that true?
Yes, this is true.
Can you explain those malfunctions by chance?
The first and most severe was our beasts not being able to spawn in. So it was a very big trouble getting our protectees from White House to Capitol Hill and then back. We ended up having to use the My Box instead because that's the closest car that we can spawn in to the beast. So when we brought those there, that was probably, I'd say, our most major malfunction was not being able to use the beast. And there's benefits to the beast besides it just looking cool. There's also bomb-proof, and there's a few other measures in there, which I'd not like to disclose.
That's fine. All right. Did you have, or do you know who was able to spawn the beast? What ranks in SS?
Off the top of my head, I'm not aware. I believe it's 80 plus though.
All right. Do you know how many people besides you were there that could spawn a beast if it is 80 plus?
There were 2 other individuals there who could have spawned in the beasts.
All right. And while those 2 other individuals who could spawn the beast besides you were there, was it not, again, you don't have to talk specifically about the plans, but was there not, I don't know, discussion to have one of them spawn a beast during the like riding to and from capital?
Can you rephrase your question? I didn't quite understand.
Basically, basically what I'm asking is, was there not a discussion to have at least 2 people spawn the beast? So in the case one was, well, in this case malfunctioning, there was another one that could have been able to be used.
Senator Nod, comment. May I
Sure.
comment?
Sure, go ahead.
Our beast, it was not the issue of one beast. It was every beast was broken. You could not move them off of the spawn pads. It was not a one-time bug. It was a power bug.
Server-wide?
Yes,
Ah,
it was.
okay. And the car you used again is a what? The car you used after the malfunction was what?
Was the Maybach.
The Maybach. All right.
Clarify the issue with that is our protectees had to spawn the Maybach and we cannot control them.
All right. Can you discuss, Hyper, going back to you, can you discuss what occurred in the video sent by, I forget his name, RoboCat Slime? The end of that clip where a SS agent had cuffed the VP right in front of the door, and I understand again you were moving him. Can you discuss why that may have been the decision he did?
Yes, that VP was detained because he was lagging so bad that he was not keeping up with the rest of the convoy or the rest of the group of individuals. So he was being detained to be moving with us. And then after the first attack by, I believe it was Mateus who attacked us first, he was detained to move him because he was still lagging during this time. And we did not have a car to spawn in because our president or former president reset and left the game. And then our former vice POTUS died. So both cars were despawned and we could not put them in a Maybach at the time. So we were moving them to a different car in the convoy.
It's fine. Were there SUVs in the convoy at all? Any?
Yes.
Was there any discussion to just hold them in a SUV at the time, especially during the fact that there was a first attack?
Yes. The president who had just became president was put in one of the SUVs, and the VPOTUS was getting moving into one of the SUVs.
May I ask why that didn't happen and just the whole situation occurred?
The president did go into the SUV. That's why he didn't die.
And I'm talking about the vice president.
The vice president, I am not aware why he wasn't moved in directly afterwards, but I know he was lagging, and multiple SS agents were moving to go respawn in cars.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. President, if I may.
Is this comment on me?
Chairman.
Oh, sorry.
Mr. Chairman. The director, given that he didn't that he hadn't interviewed each individual that was at the scene, doesn't or lacks personal knowledge of what and why people did things that they did. I think that the Undersecretary of National Operations would be the better one to answer these questions if you really want to get information from these questions.
I was going to entertain Aqua's comments, but yes, Aqua?
If I may, the reason the vice president wasn't their reason that he wasn't moved, it was the timing of it. The vice president, our Maybach despawned because our former president, Mr. Machiavelli, had left the game, and they were the only ones that were able to spawn in our package vehicles. Our package vehicles disappearing caused some panic within the Secret Service. So that caused a little bit of delay. Secondly, our package vehicles were locked. We had not anticipated that because, again, we had no control of our vehicles. The first attack that killed Andy Zappelli, which had our other package vehicle spawned in. I believe the agent that had the vice president detained in front of the door, that happened because the first attack happened and he was trying to get away from it. And I believe that is what deterred the agent and the vice president from the SUV, is because the attack was more centered at the SUVs. And that is when the agent tried to communicate that the vice president was not killed, in which ended up getting the vice president killed.
I'm actually going to ask this question to you, Undersecretary. You said that there was actually, well, Hyper said that there was 2 attacks. What was the second attack? Because is that the one we see in the video?
No, there was 2 videos. The first attack was from Mateus 675, which killed Andy Zappelli, which caused our only remaining package vehicle to despawn. The second attack was from RoboCat Slime, which was the Oswald kill.
All right. And as far as the first one goes, are you able to? I haven't seen that video personally, but can you kind of summarize what occurred? Like how Mateus got in and all that?
Mateus and Robo went through the same thing. The only difference was the timing. Robo was about, I want to say, about 15 or 10 seconds delayed from RoboCat. Yeah, it was about 20 seconds away from RoboCat. We were still organizing ourselves after the first attack, and we have not concluded why the door was left open. There are several things that went into it. We had some delayed agents. We had Congress people still walking through the door. And so I believe that was kind of why it was left open. I cannot guarantee that is why. But we know that the door was left open. That is why the whole thing happened. And so Mateus was able to get through that door and kill Andy Zappelli. He went through the sewer entrance just as Robo did.
All right. And I'm going to ask this to you, but it may be also for Hyper to answer if he knows specifically why. But could you answer why, regardless if it was open, there wasn't really anyone watching that door? Like, I feel like there's all of you there.
So we were, again, I believe certain agents were trying to get to their vehicles because I believe agents were in the state of, we need to get out now. I believe we had failed to prepare to secure that door because we had anticipated that it would be shut and it did not need to be watched. And so nobody really thought that they needed to watch it. Yeah. And we were also understaffed on our tactical support, which would be a special response team. There were several members that had real life issues come up that they had to attend.
All right. You stated earlier, or sorry, yeah, not so long ago that you normally don't have people watching because the door is closed. Do you cheat?
Normally, normally we would have people watching. It was just in that scenario. I don't believe any of the SS agents expected that door to be open that long, and I think it was a major flaw.
All right, so I'm assuming then that next time a training occurs, that would be brought up.
Of course, yes.
All right, and I just want to know your general knowledge. Can you name some ways that criminals can get in Capitol Hill, from your experience and experience you've seen?
Of course. The main ways are going to be the helicopters, the vents, the sewer. Are you referring to Capitol grounds or inside, like the interior of Capitol?
Capitol in general, could be exterior, internal, anything.
The sewers are a big one. Hopping the fence with vehicles. I've tried that myself when I was a criminal. It works. That is one way you can gain entry. What else? I mean, those are really the only big ones: the sewers, the vents, helicopters, and hopping the gates.
All right. Then after being able to say all that, how could the Secret Service allow someone who has used camouflage, which I personally used one time to get into Capitol?
So that door was not watched at the moment because we had every Secret Service agent and tactical support had already transferred to the underside of the, I want to say the garage area, but under the stairs. And we were so far from that it seemed, I believe that some agents believed that it was useless to stay that far behind when it opened. The special response team had been watching that until a few minutes before we had gone to, or we had prepared to leave, in which they were ordered to leave the sewer and head to secure the convoy, because that was our more worried. That was what we were worrying more about, is getting attacked in the convoy.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned, we were understaffed on SOT, and that is why we were not able to secure everything. Or that's a big reason, anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Could I just get I don't know, a little number count? How many were in SS and SRT? You said that I know SRT may have had little numbers, but I kind of want to know
we had
specifically SS.
we had about 9 or protective division personnel in Secret Service. We had about 11 Secret Service agents, and we had about 3 SRT, to my knowledge.
All right, and was anyone in SS? You said 9 PD is what you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how about UD?
UD, I believe we had 2.
Okay,
We
and
also had a counter assault team, I guess, detachment, which consisted of about 3 agents.
all right,
So
and while UD, where was UD located at, if you're able to say?
the exterior,
At the time,
outside of the stage.
outside of the stage. All right, so no one was really watching. So who was watching like the how do I say, the checkpoint areas? Was that
The
military?
check. Yes, that would be military, DSS, UPD, really any law enforcement agencies.
All right, UPD, and never mind. I won't speak about UPD because they're not you guys. Yeah, I think that's really it for me. You the floor.
Okay. Seeing as there's no other members, I'll take the floor. I'll direct this, and whoever feels more should answer this. You're more than welcome to. Does the Secret Service not have contingency plans in case of malfunctions or staffing related issues?
Would you? We have the Secret Service wasn't the division that was understaffed. It was more so the Special Response Team, but the Special Response Team does tasks that the Secret Service is not capable of. Just because they receive more training, they are more experienced with the game. We Could you elaborate more on like what issues you would need contingency plans for, I guess?
For like one vehicle despawning or 2 vehicles despawning, do you not have?
The contingency plan was just to get them to the nearest next vehicle. The issue with that, though, is that we did get one protected to the next vehicle. However, that's when the first attack occurred, and we tried to get away from the attacker.
Okay. Just trying to figure out what I'm just trying to figure out what hasn't already been covered. I feel it's been satisfactorily covered, the events. So can we go on to what has been done internally, if you can disclose that after the fact?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. What has been done in terms of training to help cover that, like in situations like this, or yeah, in situations like this, what has been done for training?
First of all, the Office of the Undersecretary of National Operations conducted an independent investigation into all of Secret Service on the events. We have a timeline prepared to present to you guys.
Okay, perfect. That'd be great.
What channels can we send it to you guys through?
I'll get 9 to answer that one. I'm not sure.
You said you have a timeline, right?
Yes, we do.
You can. Is it for committee, like all the committee?
Pardon one sec.
I apologize. Point of order. I'm going to advise my clients to invoke their Fifth Amendment regarding this timeline. This was not meant for the congressional. This was meant for internal purposes.
All right, then if it's meant for oh, never mind.
Okay, yeah, we'll allow that retraction there. Can you continue with what you can?
Yes. There was an internal investigation launched, and then there were primarily 3 agents found to have somewhat of a fault in this, and they have been all warned, and then one of them has been demoted due to this.
Okay. Would you say there was any breakdown of communication during this, or was there sufficient communication?
I would say there was a slight breakdown on communication during the first attack. After the first attack was concluded, Secret Service was trying to recoup itself and just make sure everything was okay. During this time of recuperation, that's when the second attack from RoboCat Slime occurred.
So I'm just trying to figure out if there's anything else to really cover that wasn't already covered by either the secretary or that's already been asked in this session here. I don't really have any further questions.
Mr. Chairman,
Senator 9.
could I request the floor one more time?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, just a small question. I believe it was Hyper who answered this. You said 3 agents were somewhat to be a fault. Are you able to name them at all?
Yes, I can publicly name those 3 agents.
All right, could you name them in their rank?
Again, point of order. I am going to advise my clients to invoke, or my client to invoke his Fifth Amendment right.
How would his Fifth Amendment? What? He's stating his agents that were in trouble.
Right, and as prior to this hearing, we discussed that those agents would not be named,
All right, then
given
if
that
the
they
agents,
haven't even been named internally below the rank of the deputy special agent. So I don't understand. It's not needed to be named publicly at this time.
all right, then if you can't disclose their names, are you able to disclose what each of them may have done to cause fault? Hyper?
I cannot publicly disclose what happened with them.
I'm not talking internally what happened. I'm talking about during the situation, what you guys discovered, or is that what you're talking about as well?
That will be released shortly, but overall it was just slight negligence from them.
All right, then that's it. I yield the floor.
Okay. Do you guys have any closing remarks?
None.
Mr.
No.
Chairman, if I may, if my clients have not prepared their own.
If your clients are okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Believe today you guys heard testimony from both my clients of not necessarily negligence, but of duty. During the planning of the inauguration and the what's the right word? Sorry. The doing of these plans, my clients have acted in good faith. They didn't break any laws, and they were completely within their limits to their respective authority to protect our homeland and uphold the integrity of our national security, let alone the security of our protectees, regardless that one of our protectees had died or one of their protectees have died or had died. The questions that you guys raised, that this committee has raised, are definitely serious, and I agree. There were things that went wrong, but I think that my clients have taken the proper steps to minimize these situations from happening again, and have taken the proper steps to retrain not the agents necessarily involved, but the entirety of SS to make sure that this doesn't happen again at any other national security or special security events. We asked this committee to review the full context and not just look at portions of the event, but to look at it in a whole and understand that, again, it's a Roblox game, and everyone's doing their best. I did want to advise that my clients are ready to cooperate further for any other questions that the committee may have outside of this hearing, but they do not stand guilty necessarily of what the public has assumed that they have done, because, again, this wasn't about negligence from my clients. With that being said, that is all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. You're good to take your seat now.
My apologies. Forgot I was standing
Okay.
up.
Then I guess I suppose we're good to adjourn, unless anyone has anything else further.
I do not.
Okay, wonderful. We can go ahead and call this adjourned. If I don't really know I haven't chaired in a long time.
I believe a motion has to be made, but how it currently is, I don't think we have anybody to second the motion besides yourself.
That's fine.
So I'll just say, Mr. Chairman,
Senator,
I motion to adjourn this hearing.
I will second and agree that the hearing is adjourned.
All right, I got the